Hey, Eric, thanks so much for making time today.
My pleasure, David. Glad to be here.
Great. I'm going to ask you three questions. First question is, what is your background?
I'm a partner at Saul Ewing, Arnstein and Lair. I'm a corporate lawyer. My practice is securities and corporate transactions. I've been practicing in that area for about 30 years. I do a lot of private equity and venture capital and M&A transactions. Our law firm is about 400 lawyers primarily in the Northeast, and I am one of the co-chairs of our corporate practice group. We represent clients that generally range from two guys in a garage or a lab with an idea on up to large publicly traded New York Stock Exchange real estate investment trusts. And we're generally agnostic in terms of industry. So we represent companies in a wide range of different industries, from technology, hardware, software, SaaS, biotech, medical device, manufacturing, distribution, healthcare, government contracts, and other service providers, really a wide range of different types of companies. So I enjoy it because really no two deals are the same, and I get to go to work every week and work on something different.
Oh, great. Second question is, can you please describe a difficult challenge that you've had?
Probably the most difficult challenge I've had in my career is about 15 years ago. I had a partner who was probably my closest friend in the firm, a guy named Rob Spar, who became ill with cancer. And he and I had really formed a partnership within the firm where we did pretty much all of our business development and marketing together. And he really shared my thirst for business development and my theory of business development in terms of spending a lot of time helping others and believing that by building that kind of good karma out into your network, that some way or another good things would happen to you and business would come back to you. And he and I spent a lot of time really building that together, probably for about 5 years. And then Rob got sick and ultimately passed away. He passed away very young, in his early 40s, with three young children. And I had to really take over the practice we had both built together, and take over all of his responsibility and his shares. And for me, that was very challenging, both on a professional level and on a personal level. In a lot of ways, my efforts as a co-founder of Treble, and building Treble as an altruistic networking vehicle and platform are really done also with Rob in mind, and the partnership we tried to build together and the theory of networking that we both shared.
Great, thank you. Third question I have for you is, what advice would you have for business professionals?
So one of the best pieces of networking advice that I often give people is around involvement in boards. Many of my colleagues get involved in nonprofit boards or other types of boards, and they tend to sit around the table and listen to what's going on and vote on things, and maybe occasionally give other members of the board advice. But really, my view is that it's not worth being on a board unless you're really going to take a strong leadership role. And the best way to do that in many organizations is to undertake a project, come up with an idea for a project, and really to see it through to conclusion. In many organizations I've been involved with, by following that strategy, it's really gotten me noticed within that organization. For example, in bar associations, usually if you come up with an idea and suggest that the organization undertake it, you'll get volunteered to chair that idea. And if you follow through with it, you'll get really noticed as someone who gets things done. Same thing with nonprofits. If you take on a project and you say you're going to get it done, and you see it through to conclusion and you're successful and you continually do that, you'll rise up through the leadership ranks. And ultimately, in many ways, that's what's gotten me to be the president of or the chair of many different organizations. And just being a regular, pedestrian board member, in my view, isn't enough. You need to get to that leadership role to get noticed, and that's how you'll really benefit from your involvement in the organization.
Oh, that's great, Eric. Thank you so much for taking time this morning and sharing some great wisdom and insights with everybody. Thank you.
A pleasure, David.